In Pergamon, we go back to the year 1878, where you'll be archaeologists trying to get as much research funding as possible in order to finance excavations in Pergamon. Each round, research funds will be distributed, but you're never sure exactly how much. This card will distribute between 1 and 4, this one between 5 and 8. So between both of these, it's going to be between 6 and 12. And knowing that range, players will be sending their archaeologists to different research areas. Then we get to find out how much funding is really available, in this case 10. Then going right to left, each player is going to get the amount of funding until that funding totally runs out. In this case, all the funding went to all the players collectively, but the player last might get less or more up to the total funds depending on what happened in front of them, because all the funding is always distributed. And that funding is given in these beautiful coins. Then, right to left, players are able to excavate from a certain gallery depending on which research space they went. So that yellow player could go to galleries 1, 2, or 3, spending 1, 2, or 3 of those coins in order to take all of the tiles in that gallery. So there's a lot of strategy of where you place, not only for funding, but which galleries you can excavate from, because this red player, only being able to excavate from galleries 1 or 2, might have nothing to choose from if the 2 players ahead of them excavated from those galleries. Over the course of rounds, you're trying to put together items that make a great exhibition, and sometimes excavating a single tile can bring everything together for you. In this case, we have a 1st century vase, a 5th century jug, a 5th century bracelet, and a 1st century mask, totaling up to 5 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1, 12. And when exhibiting in the museum, you can polish up to 3 times, 1 coin per polish, to add a little bit more to it. So we go from 12 to 3 by spending 3 coins, polishing 3 times. And anytime you're ahead of others, everyone else's drops just a little bit because yours is just that much more interesting. And anytime you exhibit, you'll also get immediately a single point admission ticket. The game lasts 12 rounds long, and at the end of certain rounds, you'll actually score your exhibits. In this case, we'll score it now. Red and pink will get 4, yellow 2, and blue 1. And those come in the form of these cool tickets. But also in this round, the oldest jug will also get an additional 2 points. You can have up to 3 exhibits in your museum at the same time, and some of them might have exceptional artifacts, scoring you an additional point when you display it and at every evaluation period, but the cost is a little more to excavate. But over time, everything is less interesting in the museum, so things go down a certain amount depending on the round. And that challenges you to constantly be trying to outdo yourself and others in the museum. And at the end of the last round, you'll also get extra points for having the oldest artifact in your museum. And the archaeologist that has the highest value of admission tickets is the winner. Pergamon is for 2 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, and takes 45 to 60 minutes to play.